there. This is Michael. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so this is resolving conflict through constructive confrontation. Now, that might seem like an oxymoron to you, but trust me, you'll see by the end exactly what I mean. But first, I have a question for you. What's your confrontation style? Are you the type of person that says, no way, no, I don't want anything to do with confronting anybody, anywhere, at any time? No, thank you. Or are you the type of person that says, bring it on? I have no problem talking to anybody, saying anything to anyone, to anywhere, at any time. By the way, that's kind of where I tend to lean is to be in there, but I'm trying to be more in the middle, which is this next part that I'm telling tell you about. There's a third part here that says, let's be somewhere in the middle. This is where constructive confrontation comes in. It's approaching a situation in a way that it respects the position of the other person. It approaches the situation in a way that the other person feels heard, that they have a voice, and ultimately will hopefully help resolution to come about to where everybody is okay with the solution. All right, let's go. All right, so what exactly is constructive confrontation? This is a communication technique that is used to confront behaviors that are causing a problem for you. Now, before we go into any kind of conflict resolution, we have to have goals in mind. So, when it comes to constructive confrontation, what are some goals that we need to keep in mind? Number one, let's make sure that the other person hears your message. Number two is to exercise maximum influence for change. What are some of the elements of constructive confrontation? Number one, describe the issue or behavior. Be very specific. Leave your emotions out of it and just be very, very particular and very, very specific of what the issue or behavior is. Second, you want to describe the effects of the issue or the behavior. Again, keep your emotions out of it and just stick with the facts. Number three, state your expectation for change. It is important for the other person to know what your goal is. What are you expecting to see happen? So, when we describe the behavior, we want to use specific terms. Use clear and exact language and limit the message to observable issues and behaviors, something that they can see, that you can see, because you don't want to just be randomly talking about any old thing. You want to make sure that it's something that's very observable and very obvious. Next, you want to describe the issues slash behaviors objectively. Again, leave your emotions out of it. Stick with the facts and make the description brief. This is a hard one for me because I like to talk and I tend to use a lot of words to make my point, but that's okay. Working on it. You want to make sure that you describe the real issue. So you got to make sure that you know what the root cause is and that you're dealing with that rather than something that is not the root cause. And lastly, you want to make sure that you're communicating to the right person. Because if you're talking to somebody who can't influence change in the situation, then you're just kind of like speaking to dead air and you might be causing even more conflict that you might have to deal with. So now when it comes to describing the effects of the issue or behavior, make sure that you describe the tangible effects of the issue on you or to others, things that people could actually see or feel. Then you want to make sure that when you are stating your expectations for change, that you are very clear about how you want the issue or behavior to be resolved. So here's a little chart for you. The do's and don'ts of constructive confrontation. Do focus on behavior or performance. Make it brief and to the point. Control your own feelings. Describe the effect of the issue or behavior. State expectations for change and provide information about resources. Now, on the other side, don't focus on the person. Do not use threatening language. Don't get emotionally involved. Don't imply blame or fault. Don't be stubborn and or closed-minded, and don't attempt to analyze or diagnose the issue.